This is a funky week. I got some more GameCube games from GameStop because they got some more that were pretty exciting. Got some new games from Woot, including a first-party Nintendo game. A bunch of other stuff. This is a weird week. You'll see what I mean. It's the Bargain Game Hunter. So we're going to kick this week off with some pickups that I've gotten from Woot, as well as one game from Best Buy. So Woot, I've gotten games from them many a time, and they happen to have some first-party Nintendo games on the list. Now, there's a little bit of an asterisk, not really, but a little bit of an asterisk for these, and that is apparently these are all United Arab Emirates copies. Now, the Switch is region-free, but also the game is fully in English. It just has a different logo on the back for the Middle East. So, if you care about it being the US copy, you might not want to order from Woot, but if you don't care, it's the same game and it's in English. It's just a slightly different box. So I looked on there and it happened to be a certain Nintendo game that I did not own. Wanted to get when it came out, couldn't afford it, and now I can. So, Super Mario Bros. Wonder on the Switch. I wanted to pick this up when it first came out. Wasn't able to. But if you look on the back, you see there's that little blue, green, and gray box that basically is the United Arab Emirates copy. But it's the same game. It's just slightly different. But yeah, I'm excited to add that to the collection. It was $15 cheaper on Woot, so instead of paying the normal $60 that you would pay for a first-party Nintendo game, I only paid $45, so that's not too bad. While I was there, I figured I'd look through the real cheap stuff. And I happened to find one, and this one I have heard is bad. So I might play this as part of Let's Play Bad Games 2024. But we have South Park Snow Day on the Xbox Series X. Unlike the RPGs that were made by Obsidian and Ubisoft respectively, this is a action game, and it's apparently very short, very shallow, and just bad. Which is a shame because the last couple South Park games that came out were actually really good, so it's kind of a shame this one's not, but I'll find out for myself. It was $10, so I figured, you know what? It's worth a gamble to give it a shot. Speaking of $10, Best Buy has brought back their $10 special. Basically, every day for, I believe it's 10 days, they're going to release a new $10 game on their website. Sometimes they're good picks, sometimes they're bad. As of today, we just saw day 4's pick, and it's not a good one. And of course, the first day was Madden. So, but I did actually pick up two of them because they were two pretty solid games. This one's one that for $10, I figure it's absolutely worth the gamble. Even if it sucks, it actually trades in for more than $10 at GameStop. So it's a win regardless. But I picked up Skull and Bones on the Xbox Series X. This is the long in development spin-off of Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag. It continues the pirate stuff but made it its own game. It's funny because it came out, I believe, earlier this year, and it was very controversial. It's a multiplayer only game and it was $70. Of course, Ubisoft was calling it a quadruple A game, but I already got it for $10, so that tells you how well Skull and Bones did, apparently. But I figure, for $10, might as well give it a shot. So those are the first three pickups of the week. Not a bad haul so far. 2 brand new Series X and 1 Switch game. So yeah, I've got some games coming from VGP. I got 2 more games coming from Best Buy. I got 3 games coming from GameStop and their GameCube games. Got some interesting stuff to show throughout the week, so let's fast forward to when the next batch comes in. Alright, it is time to do a recap of everything that we picked up and finish up our pickups, including the GameStop condition report. Because yes, I'm ready to get my heart broken again. So we're going to continue with the Best Buy trend. So as of the time of this recording, Best Buy finished their 10 days of $10 deals. And most of them were sports games or Ubisoft games. There were a couple interesting ones. The last two towards the end were Gran Turismo 7 and God of War Ragnarok on the PS4, which I have both of those on PS5, so I don't really need them. But I ended up picking up a grand total of 2 of the deals. One you already saw, which is Skull and Bones for $10 on the Series X. The other one, Sonic Superstars on the Switch. Now, I was interested in picking this game up when it came out, and the fact that I was able to get a Switch copy for $10 is pretty darn good. So I'm glad I snagged it. It looks like a fun Sonic game, and I've heard good things about it, so figure it's worth a grab. Paid $10 for this, and it is worth $24 brand new. Nice. I will gladly take it. Next up, now this actually, I ordered alongside Sonic Superstars because I wanted to try to fill out the order and not pay shipping like I did for Skull and Bones. So I ordered this, and I'm pretty happy. It's a game I've wanted for a while. I couldn't find the physical copy for a while, but Best Buy happened to have it in stock, so I figured I'd grab it. It is technically a limited run release from Devolver Digital, and that is Return to Monkey Island on the Xbox Series X. So this is the new Monkey Island game from Devolver, Lucasfilm. They made a physical copy by limited run. I figured I'd snag it as one I wanted to grab. I paid $35 for this, I believe. Yes, and it's worth $40, so even this got a nice little bump. And then the last, this game was from Amazon, and I picked this up mostly because it's a game I was interested in. It is another limited run game, and it was on sale. I enjoy myself a good Jackbox game and a good multiplayer party game. And this one has me curious as to how good it is. I mean, I don't hear anybody talking about it, so I have no idea, but it could be good, so I figured I'd give it a shot. We have Riff Tracks the game on the Switch, so basically you watch clips from a very bad movie, and then you riff on them. Curious as to how that works. I'd like to try it out at some point, so we'll see, but yeah. Figured this was worth a pickup. I paid $20 for this, and it's worth $32, so again, another good pickup by yours truly. Okay. Now we're going to get to GameStop. So I have a box of GameStop pickups. These are, I believe, all GameCube games. So I don't know what condition they're in. I know the box is open. I haven't looked. I've kept my eyes away from it because I want to see. I'm not expecting a whole lot. I will tell you a telltale sign from GameStop that is not necessarily the greatest is if your games are getting shipped from Grapevine, Texas, that's their headquarters, so that means it's from their warehouse. Chances are you're probably not going to get a complete game. You have a better shot if you get it from an actual store. This was entirely from the warehouse, so I'm not getting my hopes up. Let's see what we got. That's why. Which game is this? Okay. Blank case. It is the confusing game Legend of Zelda Collector's Edition on the GameCube. So this is it's a game that includes Majora's Mask, and Ocarina of Time and some other extra content on a disc. It was a pre-order disc that was only available, I believe, if you pre-ordered Wind Waker, or it was bundled with a console. It was one of the two, but they never actually sold this game. It was just a promotional bonus. But it's a good collection, and it's a way to play Ocarina of Time and Wind Waker, or not Wind Waker, Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask on a console that isn't the 3DS or the N64. So it's worth having. I paid $37. It's worth $49 loose. So I still did okay, just not as good as I could have. Next, another blank case. What was this one? I mean, I don't remember. Oh, okay. So this one is Battalion Wars on the GameCube. So I have Battalion Wars 2 on the Wii. Of course, if you don't know, Battalion Wars is a console continuation of the Advance Wars series. And of course, oddly enough now, Advance Wars is also on console. But yeah, this is a console continuation of Advance Wars, so I have the first game and the second game now, both loose. This one was fairly cheap for what I remember. I paid $17, it's worth $16, so this one was a slight loss because it was loose. And then last but certainly not least, let's see what if we get... Ooh, I see cover art. We have cover art. This is not an original GameCube case. There's no manual, but it's original cover art. And honestly, that is probably as big of a win as you would expect. There is a sticker on the case, on the actual back of the case, but I've been able to peel those off. It hasn't been terrible. I'm sure I can do that again. Anyway, this is Digimon World 4 on the GameCube. They made... How many Digimon? I think they made at least 2 Digimon World games that were multi-plat. The first couple were, I think, exclusive to PlayStation. I, again, have not really played the Digimon video games. I watched the show. I did collect the cards at one point, but I never really played the video games, which I know Digimon, similar to Pokemon, Digimon, the video game is kind of a big deal, although I haven't really played much of them. Probably the first one I'm going to play is Survive, because I do have that on Series X. But yeah, now I have Digimon World 4 on the GameCube. It's got the cover art. That's the important thing, I guess. So I paid $33, and it's worth $57 with the cover art. So that's pretty good, I'd say. I think I did all right. Now let's go back to the games I got earlier. We'll start with Woot, where we got South Park Snow Day on the Xbox Series X. Again, cheap game. It was $10 on Woot. I've heard it's bad. I'm sure I'll play it for Let's Play Bad Games. But I figured I'd give it a shot for $10. Paid 10, and this one is worth 21, new sealed condition. Next, we have Super Mario Bros. Wonder on the Switch. It is the UAE copy, but you can't really tell for the most part, and it's going to play the exact same because it is a region-free console. So I'm excited to check this out. Finally, I wanted Super Mario Bros. Wonder for a while, and now I finally have a copy. I pay $45, it's worth $40, so a little bit of a loss, but again, you don't see first-party Nintendo games drop in price very often, so it's still better than $60. And then our final game is our final Best Buy pickup, and that was Skull and Bones on the Xbox Series X. This game launched at $70. It took forever to come out, and I got it for $10, brand new sealed on Xbox. Pretty happy with that. Paid 10, and this one is worth 33 sealed. And that's it. Pretty decent week. Got a nice variety of stuff. A lot of Xbox and a lot of Switch and GameCube. So just 3 platforms, but some nice additions for each one. Wish the other 2 GameCube games had at least cover art, but it is what it is. Next week's going to be interesting because we've got some kind of obscure games that I picked up from a number of different locations that you might not expect. So look forward to that. Anyway, that's going to do it for this episode of the Bargain Game Hunter. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. If you're new around here, be sure to hit that subscribe button, click the notification bell. That way you know when new videos drop. And I will see you on the next episode of the Bargain Game Hunter. Bye-bye.